Hi, it's me again with laser tips and tricks, and I've done several videos on this. There's my email if you ever want these files, and a lot of people have asked for them, and I've sent them. I've actually saved them as X6, so you don't really have to tell me what version you have unless you have something older than X6. And then I made a video like a week ago on how to do this one and sand it. It's, uh, pretty fragile. And then I just sent away to somebody that's going to use this one. So I'm going to concentrate on this one. You get all these files when you ask for them. They're all mine, so you can do whatever you want with them. And I have a little note on them right here, just kind of even a reminder to myself when I do them. And this is the way I do it. Let's say if you have, sorry about that. And I'm going to put a link to the other video on Amazing Grace. Let's say you have a piece of wood that big and you're going to just run this one cross. I have right here, run names at 600 dots per inch and 60 speed and basically 100 power. But run the face at only 400, so it takes 2 runs. It takes a little while to do this one. I'm going to nudge that out of the way, and then I'm going to nudge my names out of the way. And I am going to, so when you get yours, I'll have this, on the new people, I'll have this group together. It's falling apart. But anyway, so then what I do is take the Jesus face and just nudge it out of the way twice. It doesn't matter what you nudge. And let's do this. And then grab both this. And I hope this makes a little sense. So I've got it in the laser. I actually take some blue tape for 2 reasons. One, it'll hold it down. And it will be a reminder not to move it. Then, of course, you want to put the person's name somewhere up in here. And I run this deep. I run it at 50 speed and 100 power. And then I cut it out. And I use plywood, 1/8 inch plywood. And I cut it out and I engrave it. Then I take, I'm just going to make a little piece of wood here. I take it out of my laser and I sand it, both sides. You know, random orbital sander, and you'll see in the other video when you go to it, sand it really smooth and really good. And then take, if you have compressed air, blow it off, take this away. Well, with the exception that you're gonna have a hole in your wood, and then just place that wood back in that exact hole. I moved it and I shouldn't have. So put your wood back in that exact hole, then take Jesus, the face of what we interpret Jesus to look like, I guess, and run this at 400 dots per inch at only 70 speed and 100 power. What it's going to do, it's just going to lightly mark the wood at 400 dots per inch. It actually has some little dots in it. Do not run a combination job because you don't need to cut it. Now this takes some time, even at 70 speed, but it's really well worth it because after you see it all put together in the person's name, and I've got the date somewhere. And you can change the font. You don't have to use my font. I've always kind of been particular this font, so I do every, it's not formal, it's not comical. But then put the person's name, somewhere up in here. What's so neat about this, you're gonna run this so deep, and then you're gonna sand it off anyway. You can move these anywhere you want. Just make sure you don't get too close to the edge of the cut line. But then you don't have to sand this off. It's ready to go. You don't have to blow it off. You don't have to sand it off. And then same thing I do with the other crosses in the other video. I spray it with a clear lacquer. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.